there sewing away day after day. Here and there, and wherever the sun warmed the earth, it was said she made the prettiest quilts anyone had ever seen. The blue seemed to come from the deepest part of the ocean. The whites from the northernmost snow. The green and purple from the abundant wild flowers. The reds, oranges, and pinks from the most wonderfulest sunsets. Someone sleeping outside in a chair. She let them take a million fish, cook from their bag, wrap it around their chevron shoulders, tuck them in tight, and tiptoe away. The very next morning was a steaming cup of black brandy. She would begin a new quilt. Now at this time there also lived a greedy king who liked nothing better than to receive presents. The hundreds of thousands of beautiful gifts he got for Christmas and his birthday were never enough, so a law was passed that the king would celebrate his birthday twice a year. That still wasn't enough.
Soldiers, yes, Your Majesty. Search the king of the people who have not given me a gift.
Yes, Your Majesty. Over the years, the king had come to own almost all the prettiest things in the world.
Grew up my castle, top to bottom, doors on shelf, locked and trunk, called himself, only count the singers, stab!
Shimmered and glittered and glowed. Things whimsical and practical. Things mysterious and magical.
Keep a list of all the list of the things I own.
And yet with all these marvelous treasures to enjoy, the king never smiled. He was not happy. He was not happy at all.
Somewhere there must be one thing that will finally make me. I will have it.
One day.
How is it that the person that's never given you a quilt a gift? She only makes something more pleasure, Your Majesty. We shall see about that. Bring your heart to the south, so we shall find that quilt.
But when they arrived at her house, the Quiltmaker laughed.
Ha! I was a good party. Nice and easily see that you are new. I want one of those quilts. It might be the one that will finally make me happy. They cried to everything else. They're so cool. Each tree they
marched the woman down through town and up another mountain where he had his royal iron maker shape a thick bracelet of iron. Then they tamed her to a rock in the cave of a sleeping bear.
Very well done. The bear awakened under very fine breakfast for you.
Later, when the bear's eyes opened, then she saw the woman in her cave.
It's no wonder you
And that is what she did. No one had ever been so kind to the bear before, so he broke the iron bracelet and asked her to spend the night. Now, although the king was very good at being mean, he was also very bad at being mean.
Oh my, what have I done? Soldiers, men. Now, the old one at the bear cave.
All that night he could not sleep for thinking about the poor woman in the cave. But when they arrived, they all marched in their pajamas up to the cave to save her. But when they arrived, the king found the Quiltmaker and the bear having a breakfast of berries and honey. Now the king forgot about being sorry and became mad all over again.
Royal Island makers. Build an island barely big enough for the woman to stand on her tiptoes.
The old Quiltmaker was alone on the tiny island. A cold, fierce wind was blowing.
Oh no, get the where there's the line across the great place. You can't make it. Here, nothing but there you are, you're not going out to stay.
Was grateful to the Quiltmaker for what he had done. Soon the sky darkened as the air filled with sparrows. Thousands of wings beat together as they swooped down to save the old woman. Again that night, the king could not sleep for thinking about the woman alone on the island. So he woke his sleepy soldiers again that night, marched their pajamas down to the lake to set the wolf.
But when they arrived, she was sewing tiny open coats for all the sparrows. I give up! What must I do for you to give me a quilt? And I said, well, it's like not so cool. I'll keep you baby. I like it. Smell it later. I can't do that. Oh, my wonderful, beautiful thing. But they'll make you happy look good.
The king thought about what the Quiltmaker had said for a long, long time. So long that weeks went by.
All right. I must give away all my treasures, then I must.
The king searched his castle from top to bottom for something he could bear to give away. He finally came out with a single marble. So brightly that the king went back from work and passed them around to people in the town were dressed in rags.
The town
People were surprised and happy.
Our king is the best of kings. He will not want a miracle. He will share his lovely thanks and give for us an miracle. Thank you to his majesty. Such Still the king did not smile. Next he fetched more treasure.
He passed them out of all around the town. Children cried with delight and cartwheeled around him.
Your Majesty, your sweetie Rose, the
Meanwhile, the Quiltmaker kept at her work and started making a special quilt for the king. With each gift that the king gave, she added another piece to the quilt.
So the king
Kept on giving and giving. When at last there was no one left in town who not received something, the king decided to go out into the woods and find others who might be in need of his wares. Morning, noon, and night, the wagons rolled out. Morning, noon, and night, the wagons rolled out of town, each piled high with the king's wonderful things. day at noon, the king often came to the quiltmaker's house in the clouds. By day, the quiltmaker sewed the quilt she would not sell. And at night he took them down to the town. Searched out the door and downhearted.